Losing the past avatars sucks major. Like I've explained in previous videos, I get what they were going for with it. No more past avatars means that Korra could no longer get wisdom from the past, and that her avatar state is probably much weaker, though the latter is a little unclear. It forces her to grow as a person and find wisdom from other sources, which in turn forces her to grow even further. The loss of the past lives has a clear narrative and thematic purpose. I still fucking hate it though. I don't know what was going on in the writer's room when they put this in, but I imagine that they probably thought this was going to be their last Avatar series, so they probably just said, fuck it, clean slate. Again, I don't know what they were thinking. I wasn't in the writer's room with them, but it was clearly not the best move in terms of the larger Avatar verse. The fact that the Avatar could speak with their past lives was one of the most unique things about that universe. Like, I don't think that there are many other fictional universes out there that have anything like that. So it not being a thing anymore kind of takes away one of the most unique things about the Avatar verse. Additionally, the purpose of this being to force Korra to find other sources of wisdom makes sense on paper, but in practice doesn't really work since she very rarely ever takes advantage of this. The only time she communes with her past lives were the 2 moments in season 1 that I already bitched about, and when she meets with Wan. She barely ever talks to them to begin with, so it's not like this was something she was abusing or relying on or anything like that. So cutting the connections in favor of a theme that didn't really apply to begin with is a little bit backwards. And finally, though this isn't really a writing flaw with Korra itself, this decision did hurt the future of the Avatar franchise. With 7 havens now being confirmed to exist, it means that we will now be robbed of possible future interactions between avatars. While it is implied that the new avatar will likely have Korra to talk to, it kinda sucks that we'd never get to hear what the other avatars might have to say in this post-apocalyptic situation, especially with avatars like Wan or Aang who have been in very similar situations where they are thrust into a world fucked beyond belief. And I say this next part in the least soy way possible, but it's just less cool, dude. Like, just imagine all of the cool cameos from past avatars that we could have gotten had the writers not made this decision. Like, imagine Korra talking to Kyoshi, or Korra talking to Kuruk, or maybe this new avatar talking to Aang, or talking to Roku, or something like that. So many cool moments that we have seemingly been completely robbed of. Granted, that is all speculation. Maybe the next series will undo it somehow. I don't know. But what I do know is that I am not a huge fan of the loss of the past lives, even if I do understand the intention behind it.